I've been reconnecting with a few people lately, and they've been asking me why I ended my relationship of 4 years. And I've had to explain to them that it was because I wasn't getting enough affection, and my ex was not able to provide me with my love language. And for some reason, that seems really difficult to grasp, especially when they ask and I tell them that my love language is physical affection and everything that comes with it, including being intimate, but also just, giving kisses and hugs and constantly just, I don't know, showing me that I'm loved. And they go on and ask me about other things that he did. How else was he not great or not good for you? And I tell them little things here and there, but I tell them nothing that couldn't be fixed necessarily, because he still is a great guy, great human being. And they're like, that's all it took. And I don't think people realize how draining it can be to not be loved properly. My ex was generous with money and paying for things and giving me gifts and, a lot of the things that maybe are other people's love language, which I also appreciated. But I could not live without being shown affection, physical affection. And
this is wild. Honestly, I feel bad for young women like this because as they get older, the inevitable is going to happen. They're going to be alone. They'll be the same type of women talking about men ain't shit. Where are all the good men at? Well, she left one. She left a good man because his love language apparently didn't match hers. She says he was loyal, provided for her, worked hard, treated her well. But because he wasn't affectionate enough, that's why you bounced? This is what happens when modern women confuse romantic fantasy with real love. They're too busy watching too many movies. She didn't leave because he was toxic. She left because he didn't give her constant butterflies. It's like that high school shit. You got to grow up, honestly. That's not even a valid reason. That's inexperience and emotional immaturity. Love isn't always forehead kisses and cuddles. Sometimes it's taking care of you without needing any sort of applause. You see, for most men, providing and protecting is how we show love. That is all. But she couldn't recognize that because, like many women today, she's been conditioned to expect a perfect emotional experience over long-term partnership, some fairy tale shit. Meanwhile, modern women are becoming more masculine, leading with dominance, control, and emotional demands. And men, they're the opposite. They're being told to become softer, more passive, more emotionally available. So now you've got women expecting men to love like women and resenting them when they don't. She says, he didn't meet my emotional needs. But what she really meant is he didn't love me the way I wanted him to. But he still loved me though. And instead of learning and growing through that, she left. But honestly, here's the truth. If you keep walking away from good dudes like that, this dude was damn near 90% perfect. Chasing emotional perfection, you're not going to find better. You're going to find loneliness disguised as standards. And that's all I'm going to say about that. All right, so whether I agree or disagree with the content creator, I'm always going to link them back in the description so that way you guys can run over and take a look at what they're talking about. I personally always believe that these individuals are trolling, but it also makes for good content. Now, with that being said, there are a lot of you that are in your 20s and 30s that did have that individual in front of you that had 90% of what you was looking for, and you decided to let them go thinking that you could acquire the perfect man or woman. Here's what I'm going to tell you. It doesn't exist. With that being said, I'll see you on the next one.